Good morning, Mona Shores Middle School. Today we are going to be learning about how the wolf became a dog, became our dogs. And so to get us started, you're going to need something to write with. And teachers, you have this worksheet to go ahead and pass out called How the Wolf Became the Dog. You'll be using this worksheet today and tomorrow and then turning it into your crew teachers. Virtual students, you have a copy of this posted on Google Classroom. So teachers, go ahead and pass that out, and I am going to play a clip about some wolf pups for you. All right, I hope you enjoyed that little clip of those 10 cute wolf pups. And today we're going to get into an article called How the Wolf Became the Dog. So I'm going to ask you to go ahead and click that open. You have a link for it inside Google Classroom. And it comes up as the amazing history of dogs. So when you open it up, it's going to look like this. And it's got our articles that we're going to be using both today and tomorrow. So go ahead and get that opened. You will use the passcode Sailor Crew, which we've been using all school year. And go ahead and go to this page where How the Wolf Became the Dog. This is what we are going to be looking at today. All right, so teachers pause, give students a chance to have that opened. You'll need to have that, and you'll also need to have How the Wolf Became the Dog in front of you. All right, see you back in just a second. Okay, let's take a quick peek at doing some pre-reading here. So we're looking at the top right here. It says How the Wolf Became the Dog. And then it says life was tough for humans during the Ice Age. A new kind of friend made things better. And then let's look at this text feature right here. Beloved ancient Egyptian hunting dogs were often turned into mummies. We'll take a look at this text feature. Sergeant Stubby was the most famous soldier of World War I. And then finally, this text feature, which we already know this fact, in 1925, Balto became a hero for delivering medicine to the sick children in Alaska. All right, now that we've done just a little bit of pre-reading and taking a look at some of our text features, this short article is what we're focused in on today. What I'd like you to do is we're focusing in on the wolf. So I want you just to take a minute and I want you to sketch a wolf in this box. So go ahead and pause. Students, take a second and sketch your wolf inside that box. Okay, so you should have sketched in your wolf here. All right, so today, kind of keeping your brain on the wolf, we're going to start reading. I'm going to read some of this with you, and some of it you're just going to read on your own. What you're going to look for today while I'm reading are some factors that helped the wolf become a dog. Now, you have two choices here. You can either write this out or you can sketch it. So we're looking for three factors that helped turn the wolf into what we now have as a domesticated dog. All right, so we're going to be looking at that one. And I'm going to get us started here on our story. So go ahead and be with me on this section. And I'm just going to zoom mine up so that it's a little bit easier to see. Be happy you did not live on Earth 35,000 years ago. Back then, large sheets of ice covered much of Europe, Asia, and the Americas. There were no nations, yet no cities or towns. For many of our early ancestors, life was a daily struggle. Many lived in caves or in huts made of animal bones. They hunted reindeer using stones and sticks. Danger lurked everywhere. Diseases with no cures, saber-toothed tigers with 11-inch fangs, elephant-like mastodons with tusks as long and sharp as swords. But there was also but it was also during this harsh time, now known as the Ice Age, that something beautiful was born. The friendship between humans and dogs. Teaming up. Scientists are only now starting to understand the long history of dogs. There are many mysteries. One thing is certain, though: all dogs share a common ancestor, the gray wolf. Of course, a fierce wolf did not suddenly and magically morph into the yapping Yorkshire with a red bow. The change from wolf to dog occurred gradually over millennia. Hundreds of thousands of years ago, humans regarded wolves as threats. Though generally wary of people, wolves sometimes preyed on humans. What's more, they competed with humans for game. But at some point, a group of humans and a group of wolves teamed up. How did this happen? No one is certain. Scientists are debating many possible answers. One common theory is that the relationship started when some bold wolves began venturing into human camps to gobble up scraps. Thanks to the extra food they were eating, these wolves thrived and gave birth to many pups. Some of these pups inherited their parents' bold personalities and, like their parents, made a habit of snacking on leftovers from human meals. When those pups grew up, they passed their boldness on to some of their pups, who also hung around the human camps. The cycle repeated over and over, resulting in a generation after generation of wolves that were willing to get close to people. Meanwhile, people realized that wolves made effective guardians. They protected humans from dangerous animals, of which there were many. Giant hyenas, cave bears, cave lions, and snakes all posed threats to early humans. The presence of wolves made these terrifying creatures less likely to attack. So humans started encouraging wolves, particularly the smallest and the friendliest ones, to stay close. All right, after reading that section, I want you to go in here and record down at least 3 factors that helped the wolf become a dog. You can either make a sketch here, you could use your colored pencils if you want, or you could just list it up. All right, so take a few minutes and sketch those out, maybe share out a couple inside your crew, and then come back when you are ready. All right. Now that you have completed these 2 sections, now we're going to move on into our article. So what I want you to do is I want you to think of your favorite dog and sketch your favorite dog. Take a second and sketch your favorite dog. Right here, I just put a lab, so a yellow lab. Go ahead and sketch your favorite dog. And now once you're done, you're going to go back into the article and you're going to read this section right here called the very first. So you're going to read this section and it's going to help you to answer this question right here. It says, label how the dog's size and shape changed from a wolf. So then you'll be able to label down how did their ears change? How did their nose change? How did it change? All right, and when you're finished doing that, I'm going to ask you then to go ahead and read the last section called Hunters and Warriors. You're going to read this section, and while reading this section, list down 2 surprising things that people use dogs for in history. All right, and that's going to be your work, so I'm going to give you a chance to work through that. When you're all done with that, teachers, go ahead and show the last video that's on here for today. So you'll see this little clip right here. Go ahead and show that, and then we'll see you back tomorrow. Have a great day.